Al Jones Field on the campus of Central Union High School in El Centro. It is the Central Spartans, Game 2. They will meet the Kofa Kings all the way from Yuma for tonight's game. And we've got some action coming up. John Driffel, the Central Spartans, no problemo with Yuma last week. This Kofa team's a better team.
Right. You wouldn't know that by the results of last week. Kofa dropped their first game 54-0 to a school up in Phoenix, not a major school. It's a private school with about 800 kids, not known for their football program. But Kofa trying to rebuild. They only won one game 2 years ago. Last year they did not win any games. They do not have a JV squad this year, so the varsity numbers are a lot better. They have about 45 kids here tonight. But the majority of the starters are juniors. So they're trying to build on that. They're trying to make something. Coach David Deal has been there at Kofa now for several years, and he's going to run that spread like a lot of teams do. And he'll be led by Joey Burns. He was 4 for 20 last week, did have 2 interceptions and a fumble. But he also, meaning Joey Burns, was the leading rusher as he carried the ball 4 times for 11 yards, but that's not exactly accurate because he was sacked quite a bit, so that reduced his total yardage. But he is their playmaker on offense. They also have a return man, a sophomore named Alex Brown, who had 106 total yards last week, but a lot of that was because they received 8 kickoffs. So, if you're running back 8 kickoffs, you should be able to get something on them. And so Kofa coming in here, traveling up to Phoenix last week, traveling across the way here to Central tonight, and they're looking to try to improve their performances.
Well, we've got more coming up on our pregame show.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I am committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
What do basketball, choir, drama clubs, and marching bands all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical California high school budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the California Interscholastic Federation and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
John Driffel, last week the Central Spartans, their starters only played the first half, and still they put up a lot of points, most of them in the first half, but a lot of kids got experience, and they got out with basically one minor injury, right?
Yes, there will be a replacement on the starting line for the Central Spartans offense, and Andrew Velasquez is not suited up. He'll be replaced by A.J. Arellano, and that's the only change. Other than that, it'll be status quo. Central was very successful last week, obviously, scoring 1 touchdown in the second half, which they didn't really need any more than that. 38-0 was the final score. Central dominated the game. Yuma had negative total yards in the first half, ended up with less than 50 total yards for the game. But as you mentioned, Coach Pena had a lot of different kids playing. And that's what you need to do, especially in the early going, the heat, the humidity from last week. The kids have been practicing, so a lot of kids got in the game. We mentioned last week on the broadcast that the Central Spartans lines, offense and defense, no one played more than 3 plays without being rotated out. So that in itself speaks to Spartan depth, but also the coach is trying to keep the kids fresh, protect the kids too, and we will probably see pretty much the same thing tonight. We'll have the coin toss at the 50-yard line. We even have the same officiating crew as last week. Central won the toss, but they have deferred, so that means Kofa will be receiving the first half kick. And we will see if it's Cornell or if it's Berlin Torres. We would expect Berlin Torres. He kicked all but one of the 7 kicks last week into the end zone. He was 6 for 7 for touchbacks, and that's a weapon in itself when you can make the other team start on the 20-yard line. So we're just about ready to get this game underway.
Let's get ready to rumble.
The 2019 edition of high school football is on the air. Tonight's game on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com is brought to you by La Fonda Bar and Grill in El Centro, the CD Stop in Calexico, Hacienda Snack Bar and Catering in Brawley, Julie Oliver of Dickey Insurance Services, the Holtville Athletic Club, Stan's Auto Body in El Centro, McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Maine El Centro. We're just about ready for the kickoff, so let's go out to the field live with Carol Buckley and John Driffle.
And we are about set. The Central Spartans, as John said, will kick off. And yes, it is Jose Berlin Torres who will kick off. And Juan Carrasco, the junior, back to receive the kickoff. It'll go into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Kofa Kings will put the ball in play, 1st and 10. And John, the touchback to start the game. That's what Berlin Torres does.
Right, and I don't know if he actually aimed for it, but, you know, there are the pylons that they put in the back of the end zone, 4 of them to be exact, to let you know where the corners are and where the goalposts are. He hit one of the pylons in the 10 yards deep in the end zone, and there is no wind that I could speak of down on the field. So, yeah, Berlin Torres brought his A game. He had his leg out there, and he kicked that ball all the way through the end zone.
It's 1st and 10 for the Kings. Jory Burns brings them out. It is a spread, wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left, single setback. That is Ortiz. Ortiz now goes in motion, floods the left side of the field. The ball is snapped. It's on the ground. The Spartans have it. Angel Nava Esparza recovers the fumble as the snap went off the fingers of Jory Burns. And thank you very much, the Spartans. 1st and 10. They'll spot it on the 16-yard line.
Naval Esparza did exactly the same thing he did to start the game last week. He blitzed right between the center guard gap, was all over there. Actually, it was not a good snap. The quarterback couldn't secure it, and Nava hit the quarterback and then fell on the football.
1st and 10. Spartans snap back from the shotgun. It is Osuna rolling to his left. It's wide open that way, and he's down to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown.
There are no flags on the play, so it will stand as Osuna showing some speed as the entire Kofa King interior defensive line just stuffed right up the middle. So Osuna took what they gave him, which was the entire left side. Had a little bit of resistance near the goal line, but nothing to speak of.
We do not see him run very often, John. You said a little bit of speed, and that's what it was, a little bit of speed. It was wide open on that side of the field. Snap is back, Medina holds, kick is up, and the kick is wobbly, and the kick takes it through. We're barely underway, 11:47 to play in the first quarter. Central 7, Kofa nothing.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full-course meals like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with Z-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or be the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Kick is up, the kick is away, and again into the end zone. Touchback. Kofa will put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. It's high school football. We're live on KXO, El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXOradio.com. Also on the web, it's Mickey Dale, George Grijalva. They are in Holtville. The Imperial Tigers, Holtville Vikings, the renewal of a classic rivalry. And that game again on the web, KXOradio.com. Burns brings them out, again shotgun. Ortiz the single set back. Spread formation. Ortiz again in motion. Snap back, good snap, quick toss. Complete at the 18, across the 20 to the 25, out to the 26-yard line. And on the tackle, Angel Nava Esparza, and with him, Angel Ortiz. It's nice to have two angels on your shoulders, John.
Yeah, that was a very good play by the Kings. I'm sure that's what they wanted to start the game with. Bad snap disrupted that. Burns took one step and fired a strike, and then the rest was up to the receiver, who took it down for a 6-yard gain.
Wide on the left side, Eric Garcia, and, it is Even Rico and Christopher Bautista. Motion in the backfield, that'll cost them 5.
We've got offside against Central Spartans. Somebody jumped into the neutral zone, if I'm reading the referee's indication.
And that happened before the motion. So
this will be an automatic first down.
Move it out to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Kofa. It was the second half before Yuma had a first down last week, wasn't it, John?
And that was acquired also on a penalty.
1st and 10 from the 31. Kofa. And the handoff. The option, actually, as the pitch back to Alexis Baron. Burns ran the option. Everybody, myself included, bid on the dive.
Yeah, Burns did a very good job with his fake to the dive player right up the middle. He took a big shot, actually, about a yard deep in the backfield, but was able to get rid of the football. And then the ball carrier carried it out, Jamir Ortiz, for about a yard gain.
It is 2nd and 9. Again, the spread. And this time the handoff is right up the gut, and that is Jamir Ortiz. Ortiz will get maybe another yard.
Nava Esparza really closed that hole, Carol. He came in and really popped the ball carrier. Ortiz just really laid it to him, so that'll bring up 3rd and long.
No gain, spotted on the 32, so it is 3rd and 9. And again, the spread. Everybody seems to run the spread these days, John. Why not? It works. It's a blitz, chase, and dumping it off. Incomplete. Burns, under pressure, had to dump it off. Christopher Bautista was in the neighborhood. It goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 9. Should be a punting situation.
Yeah, Burns just threw that ball away, not intentional grounding, of course, so intentional grounding. He just threw it down on the ground in front of his receiver. Good play, good heads-up play by Burns.
Ricardo Estrada will do the punting. High snap. He brings it down. Now he's chased out and tripped up. Angel Nava Esparza drops him back at the 18-yard line. Call it the 18. As a high snap, and he had to go high in the air, to bring it down, and by then, with the rush on no return, they set up the block.
And 14 yards on the bad snap. Well, actually, yeah, it was a bad snap. It took a while to get back there, but Central just flooded it. Naval Sparks having a pretty good game.
Carlos Gomez, the single setback. Fernando Morales goes in motion. Gomez with the handoff. Gomez down the sideline. Gomez out of bounds at the 2.
Carol, I know you appreciated how that play ended. Gomez was nearing the goal line. He lowered his shoulder, put it right into the cornerback coming up. The cornerback was knocked 3 yards into the end zone, but the momentum did carry Gomez out of bounds.
Well, the stepped out of bounds at the 8. First and goal from the 8. Gomez tries to go into the middle. This time there's nothing there. And he is brought down. And on the tackle was Aaron Rascon, an inside linebacker. Like most of the Kings, he's a junior. Gomez, the single setback right next to Osuna. Back to pass. Osuna chase, hit, gets away, and turns it upfield, pumps once, then takes it into the end zone for the score. Osuna, all last year, John, I did not see him being that fleet of foot. He's showing it tonight.
Well, Osuna's an excellent athlete, Carol. He plays shortstop on the varsity baseball team, and he has since his freshman year. Also pitches, bats third, so he is a very good athlete. He just, in the past, there was really no need to have him do what he's shown tonight. 2 carries, 2 touchdowns.
The point after attempt. Snap back. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's a pretty kick, and it's good. With 8:41 to play in the first quarter, it is Central 14 and the Kofa Kings nothing.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The original Town Pump in Westmorland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the original Town Pump in Westmorland.
Okay, John, guess where the kickoff went?
Well, the same place the other 2 went. Kofa not even putting players back now. The ball just hit about 5 yards deep in the end zone, automatic touchback.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Kings as they again start on their own 20-yard line. So far, Jory Burns hasn't had much of a chance to show his abilities as a quarterback.
He is a strong-arm kid, pitches on the baseball team, can throw the football about 65 yards.
Burns hands off and cutting across the green, across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. On the run is Jamir Ortiz.
And that time, not because it was planned, it just proved fortunate for the Kofa Kings that the Naval Sparsa blitzed in from the right side of the defense, and that play was actually to the left side, so Naval Sparsa pretty much had taken himself out of the play. Therefore, you have a nice 9-yard pickup.
It is 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, handoff inside, and again, it is Ortiz, Jamir Ortiz. He gets the first down.
Excellent ball faking by the quarterback Burns as it's that play action pass run read where he saw that the fullback had nothing, the tailback had nothing, so he gave it to the scat back, and he was able to pick up the first down, move the ball out to the 33-yard line. First and 10.
And this time there's nothing there as the quarterback, Jory Burns, kept the ball and lost a yard.
That is a called play. It was not a busted play. He takes a snap and then is supposed to read the defense and go where they're not. But that time there was nowhere to go. There's defense everywhere, and so he was tackled for a yard loss in the backfield.
And let's update a score. Vincent Memorial 6, Southwest San Diego nothing. They are playing here in El Centro at the Southwest Field, Freeway Stadium. 2nd and 11. High snap, sails over the head of Burns. The ball's free. It's inside the 10 and covered finally by one of the Kings.
As Jameer Ortiz was back there to cover it. So he's the unfortunate young man that's going to get a huge loss on that. Another poor snap by the Kofa Kings. They've either been very great, accurate, and hard right to the quarterback's numbers, or they've been poor. That was obviously a very poor snap that sailed all the way back to the 6-yard line. Loss of 26 yards.
And why are they moving the chains?
Well, because you have a crew that
rookie crew.
Yeah, that are still learning the ropes themselves.
Okay. On the 6th, they've got to get to the 42 for a first down.
Well, we've got people jumping. The Spartans are saying they were drawn offside. The Kings are saying no, that the Spartans jumped.
Well, let's see what Juan Leal says. He has the definitive vote. Juan says, hey, the Spartans jumped.
Really no need to be anxious. You've got them where they need to get the ball all the way out to the 43-yard line, which is 33 yards after the 5-yard penalty. Much like a punt. Just make sure they hike it before you go.
So it is 3rd and forever.
And now we have another whistle as this time the Kings are going to give the 5 yards back. Their right guard just charged off about a count too soon, which obviously you can't do.
So let's go back to the 6-yard line. And again, they have to get to the 42. Let me do some math here. That would be 3rd and 38, right?
That's good enough. And now the quarterback's actually standing on the goal line.
Burns dumps it off, and a little bit of a pick. And it's good for about 3 yards. That's it. The pass completed to Eben Rico. And it wasn't so much a pick. The block came after the catch. And that's legitimate.
And I'm going to guess that Rico's going back to the huddle, and he's going to tell his quarterback, Burns, let's not call that play again. The Spartans were all over it, and he took some big hits.
Let's see what happens on this snap. Ricardo Estrada stands back in his end zone. Snap is a low one. He brings it down, gets it away, and a fair catch signaled and caught by Eric Garcia. Garcia, our backup quarterback, defensive back. The Spartans are going to start in terrible field position, John.
Yeah, this is the worst of the night. They're on the Kings' 32-yard line. That was after the 22-yard punt. Kofa now out on the field. They have their defense in tight. All of their linebackers are right up on the line of scrimmage.
Osuna is hit. Dumps it off, and it is complete. Osuna in the grasp got it away to Michael Sullivan, and Jonathan Medina comes back and brushes him off and said, okay, picks up 7 yards, and he, again, threw that while in the grasp.
First completion, first attempt here in the first quarter for Osuna.
Osuna and Medina in the backfield. Osuna dumps it off. It is complete. Morales catches it on the 2, turns and steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Fernando Morales.
Morales showing his self, coming big. Second pass attempt, second completed. That one covered 24 yards. Morales' first touchdown. in this early going.
The point after attempt. Good snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 4:26 to play in the first quarter. It is Central 21 and Kofa nothing.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
We're just barely underway here. And thank you, Eric. Eric is our runner tonight, John. And the Central Spartans did what they did last week, jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Berlin Torres powers it deep into the end zone, touchback. And we'll start on the 20 again. Powerful weapon. And in case you missed it last night, Palo Verde teed it up against Calapat. The Yellow Jackets beat the Hornets 48-7.
And why was that game played on a Thursday?
Okay. Same reason we played some games last year on Thursday. Same reason Brawley will play on Thursday next week. There are not enough qualified officials. Which means some of you younger guys that are listening, some of you former players, get involved, give back. And the handoff will go for about a 5-yard loss. As, again, the handoff in the backfield to Jamir Ortiz, and he will lose 6. Back to the 14.
And Angel Navarro once again on the tackle. We've called his name consistently here in this entire first quarter on defense, and he continues to shine.
Well, so far, they've really only used him one time on offense, and we know he's a really rugged runner. Dumping it off again. It is complete at the 15 to the 20, out to the 28-yard line. The pass completed to Eben Rico on the tackle. Elias Dominguez on the tackle.
Yeah, big game's going to bring up a third and a makeable here, as Burns is now 3 for 4 on the night, and they've got a 3rd and 1 here.
Whatever he's throwing, he's got to throw it quickly. Ortiz in the backfield. Another blitz. And the handoff, no handoff. He tried to give it to Ortiz, but they were wrapped up. 3 Spartans in the backfield, on top of the quarterback and the running back, and it lost 4.
Let's see if Yuma decides trailing 21-0 to go for it here on their own 25-yard line. Zeke Osuna had the first contact, and obviously Angel Esparza was in there too. That was just a busted play by the Central defense. The quarterback wanted to give it to the halfback, but when he tried to, he was bumped into or run over by Zeke Osuna, and then Nava Esparza came in and cleaned it up.
And now on a 4th and 5, the end jumps, and that'll make it 4th and 10. They were in the spread formation. It looked like they were going to go for it, unless, of course, they may have tried a quick kick.
And that may change the play call, although it doesn't seem like it.
Now we are in the punt formation.
Right, and here comes the protection man is coming on, the up man.
Ricardo Estrada gets the snap down. It's blocked and picked up by the Spartans. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans on the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. And who was in there? Well, among them, Elias Dominguez. Also in there was Michael Sullivan. There was a committee of 3.
Yeah, and the third one was Anthony Lugo, who actually will get credit with the block and the recovery.
So it is 1st and goal, Spartans. And the handoff is Angel Nava Esparza from 4 yards out. He'll take it in for the score.
Well, Nava Esparza's first play on offense, they sent him out there to score a touchdown, and he does.
And we'll have another point after. I'm worried about these kickers may be getting tired, John.
Well, they have cleaned up last week's glaring problem of not converting their PATs. Cornell looks good, the snaps are good, and they're getting the ball through the uprights.
As soon as you say that, it rolls back to Medina, but he picks it up, and they put it through. Cornell with his 4th extra point. 2:02 to play in the first quarter. It's Central 28, Kofa nothing.
They're excited at Dermis Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, Dermis Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product, ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit Dermis Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor gallery. And now, no interest, 30 months financing on approved credit.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food, from enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You are listening to High School Football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
Okay, this is what, the 4th kickoff, John? 5th kickoff?
Fifth one.
And there has not been a run back yet, and there will not be one on this one. 1st and 10, Kofa on their own 20-yard line. So we've got 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 28-0.
And Carol, what a weapon is Berlin Torres. As you mentioned, 5th kickoff, 5th time they start on their 20-yard line. Central has started on the Kofa 16, the Kofa 18, the Kofa 32, the Kofa 24, and the Kofa 4. So yes, that is a weapon, sitting the other team 80 yards from the end zone.
Kofa comes out, 1st and 10, looking to pass. Burns dumps it off, and it goes incomplete. The pass intended for Alexis Baron.
That does stop the clock. Kofa continues with the spread offense. That's 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 setback behind the quarterback, or sometimes to his side.
Last year, it was Central 57, Kofa 28, if you remember. Dumping it off again quick, and did he catch it, or did it? No, incomplete.
Yeah, the referee
Short
hop. When you come out and just nothing goes right, it's very difficult to maintain your poise. Burns doing his best to try to bring his team back to get something going here. Both of those passes, short, quick, 1-step drops because of the rush, and both of them have been a little bit too low, too off target.
3rd and 10. Nava Esparza coming, dumping it off, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Eben Rico, and it kind of landed between Rico and Bautista. Pressure coming from Zeke Osuna, Nathan Santana, Carlos Hernandez, and Joseph Denton.
And that is why the pass was not completed. Burns had to get rid of it, and he threw it out where he was hoping his receiver was going to get to, but again, no chance, and now we have another punt. Let's see if Central goes after this one, or they have all night.
Eric Ortega back at his 45-yard line waiting for the kick. This time he gets it away, and another fair catch. And it'll be 1st and 10, Central, on the Kings' 49-yard line. And what you do, you've got the rush on the punter, so it's a fair catch. He had plenty of space, but there was no blocking. Everybody was concentrating on the kicker. So that's preordained.
And it's good to see backup quarterback Garcia getting some play action, fielding the ball. We want him to be able to take snaps as Central runs the spread formation as well.
Osuna with Medina. Morales in motion. Morales with a handoff. Medina with a big block across the 45 to the 40. Inside the 35 to 30 down to the 25, 24-yard line. The block, Jonathan Medina.
And Fernando Morales just following that block as he's finally tackled out of bounds on the 25-yard line. That's a nice 24-yard pickup by Morales on his first carry. Only the third first down of the game, which speaks to Central's great field position.
Big rush, dumps it off. It is Medina at the 15, jumps to the right, jumps to the left, stays on his feet, spins and gets it down just shy of the goal line. It's spotted on the half-yard line.
Central showing all of their play action as the clock continues to run. So it looks like we're going to get some speed-up time here as that ball is just on about the 2-yard line.
Osuna hands off Medina. Medina goes into the middle, and Medina gets it into the end zone. Jonathan Medina it's a 1-yard run.
That is Central's 5th score here in this quarter.
We've had a full ball game in just the first quarter, and there's still 30 seconds left. Again, Coronel out of the hold of Medina. Snap back, kick is up, and the kick is good. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. It is Central 35 and Kofa nothing.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I am committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Smartbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Again, a touchback. 1st and 10, Kofa. They will put it in play on their own 20-yard line. It's high school football. We're on KXO, El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXOradio.com. And I'm Carol. With me, John. Gabe Lemus is our producer-engineer in the studios. Technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman, and production assistance provided by Eric. And I didn't get Eric's last name. But before the game started, Eric said, "Do you need any help?" And, of course, I need all the help I can get, John, so Eric is running scores for us. High snap, Burns dumps it off. It is completed, and Ortiz will bring it out to the 24-yard line.
After misfiring on 4 straight attempts, you get a completion here from Burns as he just kind of lollipopped or rainbowed the ball over the onrushing linemen for Central, who have decided that they're just going to come on every snap. able to pick up 2 yards on that pass completion.
Angel Ortiz on the tackle. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of, get this, at the end of 1 quarter of play, our score, Central 35, Kofa nothing.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or be the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
We've played 1 quarter of football. The score, Central 35, Kofa nothing. The scores around the valley. Vincent Memorial is leading. Southwest out of San Diego. Sorry, Bob. It's 13-0. No, Bob went to Sweetwater, I believe. Calexico, Instituto Salvatierra, no score. Holtville, Imperial, on the web at KXORadio.com, no score.
And that is
2nd and 8. Burns dumps it off. It is completed out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. We're looking at the wrong page there. The pass completed to Juan Carrasco.
Yeah, Juan is one of the guys they dropped back deep for the kickoff, but obviously he hasn't had a chance to touch the ball yet. That was his first touch on the night, picked up 4 yards.
3rd and 7. Back to pass, looking, chased out of the pocket, hit, spun down, and Angel Nava Esparza with the sack. Also in there, lending a hand, Andrew Taylor.
And Burns, doing his best to try to keep the play alive, was actually tackled behind the original line of scrimmage all the way back on the 18-yard line. That's a loss of 9.
It'll bring up 4th and 12. Garcia back to receive a punt. The Spartans not ready. They didn't have the right team out. They took the timeout before the ball was snapped. We'll take the timeout. Just underway in the second quarter. Central 35 and Kofa nothing.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The original Town Pump in Westmorland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the original Town Pump in Westmorland.
Well, it has been thunder and lightning for the Central Spartans. Just underway in the second quarter. They lead 35-0. Garcia back to receive the expected punt. Snap is back. It bounces back to the kicker. He has to pick it up. He looks for some room. He's got a little bit of a lane, and he brings it out to the 25-yard line. So he was able to get away from the immediate rush and pick up some positive on that play. Other than that, it was not good.
Yeah, that will turn the ball over to the Spartans. Once again, tremendous field position just outside the 25. I guess we could call it the 26. But Central, they've had fortunate field position all night, part of it by their own doing.
Eric Garcia is in at quarterback. And now Kofa takes a timeout, and so will we. We've got 10:32 to play in the first half. It is Central 35, Kofa nothing.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
It is 1st and 10 for the Spartans on the Kofa 25-yard line. Eric Garcia in at quarterback. He's got Gomez in the backfield. Gomez with the handoff. Stutter step. Gomez hurdles one person. Gets it down to the 20-yard line. Carlos Gomez, 5'10", 210-pound junior.
We do have a king down right there where the tackle was made. Gomez is a punishing runner, obviously, with that size. He has good speed.
And he showed a little bit of quickness on the feet, and then he hurdled one would-be tackler. And it is one of the Kings is on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a delay here now as they're going to make sure that he does not move. So does not necessarily mean there's any kind of head or neck injury, but always taking precaution.
It is high school football. We're on AM 1230 KXO El Centro. We're on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. And you know what? As soon as the game is over, you can listen to the game again and again and again. It's available as a podcast on the KXO website. Don't forget, check out the scoreboard. We've got scores posted throughout the night on the web, KXORadio.com.
Carol, we've got a break here, so let's go ahead. And I'm not sure how many people realize, where is Centro going to be playing next week?
Coachella, right? They're going to host Coachella, right?
Well, that's what the schedule says, but Coachella has broken that contract. You do sign a contract, by the way, but they have pulled out. They will not play Central, so where will they be next week?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah, Central will be going to play Del Valle, a high school in El Paso, Texas. So that's a great opportunity for these young men, and they're going to have an enjoyable trip, leaving 6 a.m. Thursday morning for a 7 o'clock kickoff Friday afternoon.
We're not going. 2nd and 4. Garcia in at quarterback already. Skylar Cook goes in motion. Gomez with a big hole. Gomez rumbles for about a 2-yard gain. The hole was open, and then it closed very quickly.
Excellent defensive play by the Kofa Kings. As you mentioned, the hole looked like it was there. Gomez hit it just as quick as you could, but the Kings converged. They closed down and was able to tackle Gomez after it picked up the yard.
It is 3rd and 3. Garcia with quite a bit of playing time last week, all in the second half at quarterback.
This will be Central's first third down play of the game, Carol.
3rd and 3. Cook goes in motion. It is Gomez again. Gomez in the middle. Gomez down to the 15. Good for the first down. Gomez needed 3. He got about 6.
it's obvious that Gomez will be the featured running back here in this game, but perhaps for the majority of this season as well. Last year, it was committee between Medina and Navas Barca. Both of them play on the defense as well. So with Carlos Gomez out there on offense carrying the load, it gives them a chance to rest, especially here in the heat.
And he is easy enough to pick up, John. All you have to do is look for those fluorescent shoes that he's wearing. Garcia taking a lot of time. 1st and 10, hand off. It is Skylar Cook with Gomez blocking in front of him, inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds at about the 3. That's where J.J. Jackson's going to spot it.
Looks like it should be enough for a first down. Although trying to, and yes, it will be another Central Spartan first down.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 3.
Skylar Cook's first carry here in this ball game.
He is a freshman, John. Timeout on the field. Kofa takes timeout. There's a man down. We'll take the timeout as well.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Eric Garcia from the spread. He's got Gomez right behind him. It's Carlos, first name. Same play, different side. This time the handoff is to Sebastian Coronel. Coronel picks up. Well, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. He does stay in bounds. So Coronel does more than kick, John.
The first time we've seen him in the backfield, a senior trying to get some time other than just kicking the ball for PATs.
It is 3rd and goal. Spartans taking as much time off the clock as they can. Garcia has Cook in motion. Garcia hands off to Gomez. Nothing inside. He turns it to the outside and gets it down inside the 1, just shy of the goal line.
Gomez,
now it is 3rd and goal from the 1.
Gomez was putting on all the moves that he had. Kofa King showing some fight. They're trying to stand tough here. They're obviously out of the game, trailing 35-0 as we're in the 6:35 mark of the second quarter. But let's see if Central, this is 3rd down.
And they brought
changes.
They brought in their goal line offense. Garcia is still at quarterback. Nothing wrong with Osuna. Angel Nava as far as the single setback. Who's going to get the ball, John?
Well, you'd expect Nava Esparza, as he usually does.
And he does. And he goes right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Central.
Nava Esparza's second touchdown on the evening.
Yeah, you let Gomez do all the heavy lifting, and then Nava Esparza comes in and kisses the cheerleader, right?
And he's had a heck of a game already here in this first half, Nava Esparza. You remember he's the one that had the sacks in there on the block punt. He's playing the run very well. So that young man will definitely earn the little accolades he's going to receive during the film session.
Sebastian Coronel tries the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We have 5:46 to play in the first half. It is Central 42, Kofa nothing.
You are listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
They're excited at Dermis Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, Dermis Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product, ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit Dermis Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor gallery. And now, no interest, 30 months financing on approved credit.
Well, the Central Spartans that time go 25 yards, 7 plays, all of them on the ground. Nava Esparza from 1 yard out for the touchdown, point after by Coronel. Good. And this kick will bounce and sail into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Kofa on their own 20-yard line. So he can kick east to west, west to east, and still put it into the end zone.
And just imagine, Carol, this is the second game of the season. We're still in August 30th. I'm imagining sometime around November, that's when he's really going to hit his stride. So I guess we could probably see if he can try to put one through the uprights on a kickoff.
The Spartans come out on defense. I see a few new players out there. We'll try and get to them as we go along. Skylar Cook is playing the safety. Again, he's a freshman, John. And the handoff, Ortiz. Jameer Ortiz goes up the middle, picks up about 4 yards.
And in a game like this, Carol, that's exactly what you want to do if you're on the Kofa sideline. Let's just go ahead and run some plays in between tackle. You've got second-string defensive guys out there. And let's try to regain some kind of composure here and see if we can at least move the ball, get some first downs.
David Aguirre on that last tackle. It is 2nd and 6. Handoff, same play. And gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Stays on his feet, keeps pushing and pushing. Jameer Ortiz picks up a couple of yards. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
No quitting that young man, as he was actually hit in the backfield, but he still pushed the ball forward for a gain.
Even Rico is in at quarterback, John.
Yeah, they've replaced. I don't think Burns has any of the fault for the 42-0 on the scoreboard here.
Rico, the junior, 5'9", 135. Back to pass, looking, fires. It's a little slant over the middle to Alexis Barron, and he is hit. And he is hit hard. Andrew Taylor there. And also with him, Manny Romero.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous pass, not to be intercepted, but to get your receiver hit with a wallop. And that time, the young man really did receive a wallop as Kofa back in punt formation again.
See where this snap goes. Goes right to the kicker, who gets it away. And fielding it at the 38, looking for some running room, it's Juan Dominguez. Dominguez to the outside, to the inside, cuts it to the outside again at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Juan Dominguez.
We do have a penalty flag back at the 41-yard line, so I don't believe this one's going to count. What an electrifying run by Juan Dominguez.
3 flags clustered around the 41-yard line, so it's going to come back.
We've still got 3:55 to go here in the second quarter.
Juan Dominguez lit up the crowd, and John, it's 110 degrees, and the Spartan sidelines are full.
Which is a very good sign, but also expected with a football team that in the last, counting this year as the 3rd year, have won an awful lot of football games. Central will take over. This will be their worst field position on the night, as they finally stop marching it back and they set the ball down on the 26-yard line.
So from the 41 to the 26, a 15-yard penalty, and I'm assuming that's a hold. And Eric Garcia is out there at quarterback.
Khalil Wyatt is split out wide to the left.
Is that Alex Stoffel in the backfield?
I believe it is. As now the officials are gathered around the 25-yard line discussing, I'm not sure what.
What they were discussing is, are we going to meet at the Q-In after the game and get a pizza?
That's been settled, as now they're talking to Coach Pena here on the sidelines. Perhaps he's been invited as well.
Well, they'll stick him with the tab. You know how those officials are, John. 1st and 10, Spartans. Worst field position on their own 26-yard line. Again, taking as much time as they can. Handoff, and the new running back is Ricardo Carbajal. Carbajal will lose about 3 yards.
The Carbajal not greeted with a warm welcome as he was popped, driven back, and they're going to give him a negative 4 yards on that, putting the ball back to the 22-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 14.
Vincent leads Southwest San Diego 26-0. Cook in motion. The snap is bobbled. Keeping it is Garcia, turning it upfield, and he'll try it out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
That's a revenge game for Vincent Memorial. Carroll, last year in the playoffs, San Diego Southwest High School knocked Vincent out of the playoffs in Calexico's field. So the Scots looking for some revenge, and looks like they're going to get it.
Scots, again this year, pretty good football team, John. 3rd and 7. Snap back, rolling to his right, dumping it incomplete, intended for Isaiah Perez. We finally got his name right, John. Finally got a chance to mention him.
And Berlin Torres will now come out on the field to show that he can do something other than kickoff. He will be the punter, Central's first punt of the evening.
How many times did they punt last week?
There was a couple times. I have to go back and look exactly. It was 2 or 3. Eric Garcia's first pass attempt here, and if he would have set his feet, he might have made the pass. He was throwing the ball on the run. That's difficult to do.
Wow! Got a good foot into that one. It bounces at about the 34, and it's down there. Matthew Moreno downs it. It'll be 1st and 10. Kofa, some of their best field position of the night, John.
This is their best field position, as they're going to be on their own 35-yard line. After every one of the 6 touchdowns, they started on their 20. The game opened with Central kicking off and starting Kofa on their 20. So they finally got the ball here all the way out to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 42-0. Central leads. Back in at quarterback, it's Burns. Ortiz behind him. Ortiz with the football. Ortiz met in the backfield by a committee of Spartans. And the first one to get to him was Matthew Garcia.
And we do need to point out that Carlos Gomez is now playing defense, and he was also in on the tackle.
A few other Spartans out there on defense. Alex Stoffel. Also out there, Manny Romero. Todd Salcido.
That was the 9th tackle for negative yards here in the first half.
2nd and 12. It is a handoff to Ortiz. He shakes one tackle and is chased out of bounds. Gets a few pats on the back from the Spartans because he ran right into their bench.
Ortiz was able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage, so after the 2-yard loss, 2-yard pickup.
3rd and 10. And it was Gomez that ran him out of bounds.
Yeah, right now Gomez is playing that stand-up defensive end position. That's a lot of very good Spartans have played that over the course of David Pena's tenure here at Central.
Julian Pagazza in a defensive tackle. Quick pitch. That's a forward pass, actually, to Eben Rico. Rico is tattooed. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. And among those people in on the tackle, A.J. Ariano and Gomez.
And that does go down as a pass. As you said, the ball was pitched forward as we have another team down on the field.
And it looks like Rico and the Spartans coaching and training staff, the first ones to get there. Doesn't appear to be too serious, John.
Let's hope that perhaps even a cramp. He's in a position where it possibly could be a cramp, although I haven't seen him try to stretch out his leg yet.
We've got 41 seconds to play in the first half. There's time out on the field. Central is leading this game 42-0.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food, from enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Even Rico is off the field under his own power, and I think it was a cramp, and that is not unusual on a night like this. And, John, it's one thing I never had an issue with. I never cramped. I didn't have enough muscle to cramp. 4th and 10. Snap back, no rush, gets away, booming kick, and it is fielded again by Juan Dominguez. Dominguez stays on his feet to the inside and then to the outside. Finally spun down at the 47-yard line in Kings territory. And a good open field tackle by Gentry Goforth, a sophomore.
Juan Dominguez showing his electrifying speed and moves as he was just weaving between would-be Kofa King tacklers. This time, no flags, as he got a nice return of about 25 yards.
1st and 10, Spartans. 17 seconds to play in the first half. Spartans will take a knee.
They call it the victory formation, but since the game isn't ending, they'll just run out the first half.
Snap, take the knee, and that's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of play, our score, Central 42, Kofa nothing.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. I'm Carol Buckley. With me in the booth, John Triple, our producer-engineer in the studios, Gabe Lemus, with technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman. The Central Spartans, in the first half, scored early, scored often. Just 13 seconds passed in the first half, and the Spartans went 16 yards on one play, and that was a run, a scramble by De Niro Osuna from 16 yards out. Point after attempt good. That made it 7-0. Just 2 minutes later, the Spartans go 18 yards on 3 plays, all of them on the ground, and it was an 8-yard run by Osuna for the touchdown. The point after attempt good. Central 14, Kofa nothing. Couple of minutes later, still in the first quarter, 32 yards on 2 plays, 2 of 2 passing for Osuna. The 24-yard touchdown pass to Moreno was the score. Point after good, 21-0. Okay, still first quarter. 1 play, 4 yards out after a block punt. Angel Nava Esparza picked up the touchdown, the point after good. And just a minute and a half later, 49 yards, 3 plays, 2 of 2 passing, and it was a 1-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Medina, point after good, 35-0. Then in the second quarter, 25 yards on 7 plays. Angel Nava Esparza ran it out from a yard. Point after attempt was good by Coronel. He's got 6 points in the first half, and that made it 42-0, and that's where we stand at the half.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full-course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
And, of course, the NFL season is just around the corner. And we will have Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night football on AM 1230 KXO. And on FM 107.5, we've got all of the Raiders games to include the second half of a Monday night doubleheader coming up a week from Labor Day. And John Driffel has numbers. He's gone through 3 pens, 2 pencils, and an eraser, but we'll have the numbers coming up at the half. 42-0, Central leads Kofa.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
John Triffle, what do the numbers say?
Well, they show pretty much what you would expect with a team leading 42-0 at the half. But there were some interesting aspects, mostly due to the fact that Central had just dominant field position the entire first half, but especially in the first quarter. In the first half, the Kofa Kings ran the ball from scrimmage 18 times. That's 18 official carries. With all of the bad snaps, the sacks, etc., ended up with a negative 53 yards. So that's 18 with a negative 53. That's almost 3 yards negative per attempt. 6 for 11 was Burns in the first half for 31 yards. That compared to the negative 53 gives Kofa negative 22 yards in the half. Kofa does have 2 first downs to their credit. One was by way of the Spartans' penalty. Kofa did turn the ball over twice. Once was a fumble recovered by the Spartans' Angel Navas Barca, and also for the Spartans, Andrew Lugo recovered a blocked punt. There was no interceptions. We'll take a look at what Central's done after this.
They're excited at Dermis Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, Dermis Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product, ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit Dermis Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor gallery. And now, no interest, 30 months financing on approved credit. I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Welcome back to Cal Jones Field, where at the half the Central Spartans are leading the Kofa Kings 42-0. Central began this 2019 football campaign hosting both Yuma schools. Last week Yuma, this week Kofa, and so far they have had their way. We mentioned that Kofa has a negative 22 total yards. They did have 31 passing yards, so obviously there's negative 53 on the rushing attempt. They did turn the ball over twice, once on a fumble recovery, once on a blocked punt. Central, for their side, they've only run the ball 16 times from scrimmage. Part of that was due to the fact that they had several very short plays, meaning 2, 3, 4 plays for a scoring drive because of good field position. 16 carries in the first half, credit to the Central ball carriers for 93 total yards. Denero Sunas 3 for 3. Eric Garcia tried one pass that was not completed, so the Spartan quarterbacks in the first half are credited 3 for 4 for 55 yards, giving Central 148 total yards, which doesn't seem like much, but again, when you're starting deep inside the other team's territory, there's just not a whole lot of ground you can gain before you get a touchdown. Central does have 7 first downs, and as we've seen throughout the 3-year tenure of Coach Pena, Central does not turn the ball over, no fumbles, no interceptions. We'll be back to take a look at the individual stats after this.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full-course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection protection that fits your life. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or be the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
What do basketball, choir, drama clubs, and marching bands all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical California high school budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the California Interscholastic Federation and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
We are on the campus of Central High School. The football stadium is named after Cal Jones. The Kofa Kings have just returned. At the half, Central is leading the Kings 42-0. And Carol, the Spartan Band, as always, is displaying all the latest moves and the music that they have been practicing throughout the course of the summer and the first few weeks of school. This year there is a new addition. We'll have to get the name of the young man. He's a trumpet player. He put the trumpet down and went out and was doing all kinds of break dancing and spinning and twirling and flips and whatnot. Very entertaining for the crowd here. Let's get back to the football game. We mentioned Kofa has negative 22 yards. Central has 148 yards. 16 rushing attempts spread out on over 9 different ball carriers. So let's start with the Super Junior. That would be Carlos Gomez, 6 carries, 25 yards. Eric Garcia, the quarterback, 1 carry, 8 yards. Skylar Cook, the freshman, 1 carry, 7 yards. Danilo Osuna, 2 carries, 24 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also getting a carry in the first half, Jonathan Medina, 1 carry for a 2-yard touchdown run, followed by Ricardo Carvajal getting 1 carry, but he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 4-yard loss. Angel Navas Parsa got 2 carries for 5 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Rounding out the running by committee is we had Isaiah Perez getting 1 carry for 2 yards and Fernando Morales getting an end around for 24 yards. The 3 passing completions have been completed to 3 different receivers. Michael Sullivan has a catch for 8 yards. Fernando Morales has a catch for a 24-yard touchdown. And Jonathan Medina also has a catch for 23 yards. So right now, as the teams have come back out on the field and they'll go through the reenactment of the coin flip, Central will be receiving the second half kick. Not a whole lot of drama left. The outcome is pretty much settled other than what the final score will be. I would expect Central will do exactly what they did last week. We should see a lot of players playing both offense and defense. And Kofa Kings, I'm sure they're going to put their first string out there and try to see if they can clean up some of the problems they were having.
Updating some scores around the valley, Imperial, Holtville, in Holtville. The Tigers lead the Vikings 6-0 at the half. Vincent Memorial building up a lead against Southwest San Diego, 34-0. We understand that's a second quarter score. Our score here, 42-0. The Central Spartans lead the Kofa Kings.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The original Town Pump in Westmorland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the original Town Pump in Westmorland.
John Driffle, we've already seen, for the most part, in the second quarter, the second team and even third team for the Central Spartans. Nothing wrong with De Niro Osuna. Why chance getting him hurt? You've got a 42-0 lead. Let's give some playing time to Eric Garcia. Got considerable playing time last week. Does De Niro Osuna need the rest? No, but you don't need to get him hurt, nor do you need to get any of your starters hurt, because as the season goes on, it's going to get a whole lot tougher, and you're going to want some fresh bodies, John.
Absolutely, and one of those tough games coming up is going to be the newly acquired game next week, when the kids have to travel 600 miles to play in El Paso, Texas, and they're going to stay in a hotel, not comfortable accommodations for someone used to sleeping in your own bed in your own house. And then they'll get up and have to find something to do to keep occupied for the entire Friday. Kickoff set for 6:30 El Paso time, which I believe would be 5:30 our time. I think there's an hour difference back there.
2 hours, I believe.
And so that will definitely be a different environment, different atmosphere, different everything for the Central Spartans. And they're going to be playing a very good football team.
Spartans will get the football to start the second half, as if they need the break. And I had expected last week they'd come out first series using their starting lineup. They didn't do that. I don't think they'll do it tonight either. No reason to. And this will be the first time the Spartans receive the kickoff tonight. Fernando Morales is deep, along with Eric Moreno. And the Kings coming out on the field, getting ready to get this second half underway.
Central has cleaned up the one glaring weakness they showed last Friday night, and that was in the point after touchdown attempts. Tonight, they're 6 for 6.
Well, some delay trying to get a football out there. So, Kofa provided the football.
Right. When you're the team that handles the ball, whether it's on offense or on kicking, you get to use yours, and then after this kick, they'll go ahead and trade a football with the Central sidelines.
Now we're counting.
Yeah, well, Kofa had 10 guys on the field, but they finally have a 11th player came out, so they've got their 11 guys.
And there are rules now as to where they can be lined up, too. So we're set for the kickoff. Now, Ricardo Estrada will do the kicking. Nice kick. It'll bounce at the 20. It is picked up there, across the 30, dancing to the outside, across the 40. Stays on his feet, cuts back, gets a block across the 40 again. And out to the 45-yard line is Elias Dominguez.
And what kind of ball carries Elias Dominguez? Well, he starts as a middle linebacker for the Central defense. So he's got a chance to show his moves and get a nice return of 26 yards. We haven't mentioned Brian Martin, both the player and then his father, who is the defensive coordinator. But Brian, his units have started out with a spectacular first two games here, as they have really put the pressure on the other team.
1st and 10 Spartans. They have the ball on their own 46-yard line.
And it does look like Eric Garcia is going to take the snap.
No, it's not.
And no, we're down to the third string quarterback, it looks like.
And that would be the JV quarterback because we don't know who it is. But he just handed it off, and Carlos Gomez lost a yard. No, he got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I believe it's pronounced Joanthony Cesania is the quarterback. He's wearing number 35, and that's who our roster has him. Joanthony. So now we're looking at 25, but we do not have a 25 here.
So, taking time, 2nd and 10. Ricardo Carvajal is in the backfield with him. Handoff on the fly and looking for some running room, and there ain't nothing there.
It looked like, as he gets up off the bottom of the pile there, that is the Central Spartans' Joel Sanchez, his first carry of the evening.
5 foot 330-pound senior.
He was brought right down at the line of scrimmage.
Joanthony Cesania is wide on the right side. In the slot on the right side, Jonathan Cruz. Cruz goes in motion. And the handoff right up the middle, Ricardo Carvajal is pushed back, but he did get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he was stripped, Carol. In there on the play for the Kings was Juan Carrasco, who, as the ball carrier was stood up, he reached in and stripped the football, and Central has committed their first turnover here of the 2019 season on the strip by the Kofa Kings, Juan Carrasco.
It'll be 1st and 10, Kofa. They have it on the Spartan 40-yard line. They've been in Spartan territory before tonight, John?
No, they have not.
Burns brings them out. Barone in motion. Back to pass is Burns, and that didn't work. I think the ball was supposed to go to Barone, and he's over talking to the coach now. He didn't give me the ball, Coach. He didn't give me the ball.
Yeah, Central Spartans had a host of players in there. Among them, Christian Morse had his arms around Burns and was able to wrestle him down for another 4-yard loss.
2nd and 14.
Kofa starts out the second half the same way they played the entire first half, just going backwards.
Barone in motion again, this time the handoff right up the middle. Jamir Ortiz will pick up about 2. And he is hit and dropped by Andrew Taylor. Third and 13, so he gained a yard.
Again, a whole host of Spartans in there on the tackle. A lot of fresh uniforms out there on the defensive side for the Spartans as well.
Back to pass. Burns looks, fires deep downfield, got a man open, and it isn't quite there. A fly pattern down the near sideline. Sebastian Barragan. It'll bring up 4th and 13, and I think if I'm Kofa, I'm going to go for it.
They look like they're going to get a punt formation. The clock has stopped, Carol, so that alerts us to the fact that one or both of the sidelines have declined to have the running clock here in the third quarter.
Snap is back. Kick is a short, low kick. It'll bounce at the 15. It's picked up there. And Dominguez will bring it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans.
Juan Dominguez just making and taking advantage of every opportunity to get that football and run with it. He seemed to enjoy himself. Young man's got some moves out there. He's shifty. Seems to be pretty slippery. He always seems to be able to break those arm tackles.
1st and 10. Spartans, they lead 42-0. Again, milking the clock. Hand off to the single setback, and he'll pick up about 2 yards. That would be Ricardo Carvajal.
Ricardo getting some carries here. Probably wishing that he was running behind the first-string offensive line. As Carvajal was able to power forward for a pickup of about 3 yards. Carvajal moving the pack or the line himself as he was able to, again, pick up those 3 yards, mostly on his own.
Up again. Turning it upfield and getting another yard or 2. Carvajal. Hayden Hernandez is our quarterback, John.
And I would assume, as you mentioned, he is the JV quarterback called in. And he is wearing number 25?
25. But number 1 in your heart, John. It is 3rd and 5. Hayden Hernandez. In motion goes Cruz. Handoff goes up the middle, bouncing it to the outside. Carvajal is pushed out of bounds, and he will have the first down.
Carvajal, tough running, broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then ran through an arm tackle right at the point for first down, and was able to bring it all the way out to the 38-yard line for a nice 7-yard pickup.
And the clock runs. We've got 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Spartans moving the football. Hernandez with Carvajal in the backfield. Carvajal with the football, same play. And this time, not much there. He'll lose a yard or 2. And on the tackle, Jose Munoz.
As those plays develop, you know, Carol, they're about 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Carval's got a full head of steam up, but the Kofa Kings have good size out there. They've got good size across the defensive line, and right now, Central's having a tough time pushing them off the ball.
2nd and 10. Spread formation. And I think that's going to be blown dead. Offside.
Looks like somebody for the Kings knew what was going to happen, so they tried to get a head start, give Central 5 free yards.
2nd and 5. Clock continues to run.
We have had a pretty much penalty-free game, Carol. That is one nice aspect.
And I don't think we'll see a lot of passing from the Spartans, John. High snap, brings it down, hands it off to Carvajal. Carvajal gets it back to the line of scrimmage. David Aguirre in there blocking for him. And also out there, Jason Flores.
Everybody in the stadium understands exactly what's going to happen. Central's going to keep running that play. When I say everybody in the stadium, that includes the 11 defensive players from Kofa. Tough sledding now for the Spartans. Let's see if they try to change up a little bit here.
And it is the fly. There's a seam and big hit. Jonathan Cruz. He's listed at 5'2", 127, which means he's closer to 120 pounds, John.
And he put his head down and met the would-be tackler head on.
And rolled right over him. Picks up 4. It'll bring up 4th and about a yard.
Central now with decision time.
Not much of a decision. You go for it.
We got a whistle because I think Kofa wants a timeout. They were surprised by the formation.
We'll take the timeout as well. 2:30 to play in the third quarter. 42-0. Central leads.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
They're excited at Dermis Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, Dermis Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product, ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit Dermis Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor gallery. And now, no interest, 30 months financing on approved credit.
It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Hayden Hernandez running this team for the most part here in the second half. Dominguez goes in motion. Handoff goes to Carvajal. Carvajal picks up the first down. He picks up about 6 yards, only needed 1. Gets it into King's territory. And again, keep it on the ground. Keep the clock moving. Get out of here with nobody being hurt on either the Kofa side or the Central side.
Carvajal now has got a nice string of 6 straight carries.
He's going to be tired and sore tomorrow, John.
But he'll still feel good.
Snap back. Thumping it off. It is a completion for no gain. Hernandez dumped it off to Dominguez in the flat. Is that Dominguez? No, Kevin Reyes. Let's give Kevin Reyes credit for the reception.
Right, I've not called Kevin's name this year. Unfortunately, it's a reception that goes for no yards gained.
But it is a completion. 2nd and 10. Trips on the wide side, the right side. We're going from west to east. Rolling is Hernandez. Hernandez will keep it, and he is hit and spun down for no gain.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
Diego Cancio on that tackle. 3rd and 10.
And right there, Carol, Hernandez just got a baptism of the different speed between a JV game and a varsity game. It looked like he had a huge opening he could run through, and as soon as he turned upfield, the Kofa Kings shut the door.
3rd and 10. Hernandez puts Cruz in motion, but he hands off to Carvajal. Carvajal pushes forward for about a 2-yard gain. Bring it out to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th and 8.
Now we'll have to see if the Spartans send Berlin Torres out with the punting unit.
I think they're going to let the third quarter expire. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Central 42, Kofa nothing.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Ready to get underway. Fourth quarter, the Central Spartans lead the Kofa Kings 42-0. You know, John, nobody's left.
And Berlin Torres is back to kick. In that quarter, Kofa ran 3 plays and then a punt.
Snap back, low snap, gets away a nice kick. Nobody back to receive it. It'll bounce and roll down inside and be down, sliding into the end zone, but are they going to give it to him at the 1? That's where he downed it.
And
it'll be a touchback. His momentum carried him into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10, Kofa, on their own 20-yard line.
And the head referee, Juan, now just gave the signal for the running clock as there's, no decision, no determination. That's what has to happen. As Kofa, for the 8th time tonight, Carol, will start the ball on their own 20-yard line.
Well, they were fortunate. The Spartans downed the ball on the 1, but he slid into the end zone, so his momentum carried him into the end zone. Rightfully so, it's a touchback. We're already down to 11 minutes to play in this game.
And Ricardo Carvajal is now playing inside linebacker, so the young man getting snaps, offense and defense.
Joanthony Cesena wide on the right side in coverage, but the handoff goes right up the middle. And on the carry is David Tasso, a 6'3", 231-pound defensive end.
So this is much like those baseball games where you're way behind, so you get the catcher or the left fielder to come in to pitch an inning. They've given the defensive lineman, said, you want to carry the ball? And he probably said, that's all I dream about.
Well, 6'3", 230, hey, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Yeah, and you might find something for the rest of the season.
Lines up on a wing. Dumps it off into the flat. It is complete to Even Rios. Rios breaks 2 tackles, pushed out of bounds, and goes flying into his own bench as James Thomas, the equalizer, knocked him down.
You've called that play all night, Carol. They have 2 players out there with the double wideouts. One blocks the cornerback. Then the receiver catches the ball and turns upfield, hopefully with nobody there, and that's just what happened. So he picked up a nice 22-yard gain, biggest gain of the night for the Kings.
1st and 10 from their own 30 or 45-yard line. Handoff in the middle and getting some running room. And now flags play in way behind the play.
Well, it's what happened, Carol, is the Central Spartan was getting ready to make the tackle. He was all set in position, and that was Christian Morris. And one of the Kofa Kings pushed him in the back.
They waved off the flag. Shamir Ortiz picked up the 9 yards.
Yeah, and that's actually not a bad call because even though Morris was pushed in the back, he was actually pushed into the ball carrier, and so he brought him down.
You know, it's difficult for an official to ignore something, though sometimes you have to. But, just have it. Timeout now. Kofa will take timeout. Clock stops. 8:43 to play in the football game. Central 42, Kofa nothing.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
It is 2nd and a yard. Imperial leads Holtville 14-0 in the third quarter, John. Calexico 8, Instituto Salvatierra nothing. And a handoff in the middle. The handoff is good for the first down. Barely. Shamir Ortiz needed one. He got a yard and an inch.
Calexico's playing that same team that Holtville played last week, was able to come back and get a victory.
1st and 10 for the Kings.
Kofa matches Central's 2 first downs here in the second half.
Clock continues to run inside of 8 minutes in the football game. Curry Burns takes the snap. Looking, lofts it downfield, got a man wide open. And it hit even Rico. Just hit him in the hands, John. It's a bad place.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Kings, they had a chance there to put some points up on the board, which is exactly what they want to do. Try to get some pride to walk off the field with, but they have nothing to hang their heads about. They've played a full 3.5 quarters so far football tonight. They have not let up or given up.
Rico had that. It was wide open, nobody within 20 yards. It was not an easy catch. I will say that. 7 minutes to play, 2nd and 10, Kings. Again, the handoff Ortiz, and Ortiz will lose about 3 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 13.
Kofa had run 4 straight rushing plays with positive yards the first time that's happened. This is their second negative rush attempt here in the second half.
Even Rico came in from the sidelines with a play. How much you want to bet it's going to be that play that he was wide open on?
You would think they should come back to it.
I'll bet they do.
Central now with 2 safeties back. Let's see if they get caught off guard again.
Looking for Rico. Got time, and he's hit and dropped. He tried to get away, but no way could he avoid Jason Flores. Flores went airborne and pancaked the quarterback, Burns.
Yeah, Burns is up and he's walking off the field. Clock continues to move as Kofa now will probably punt since it's 4th and 20.
5:40 to play in the game. And let's see, is that Dominguez back? Juan Dominguez.
And we're going to have another timeout. Kofa has now taken their 3rd and final timeout.
Official, okay, Kofa took it. We'll take the timeout as well.
McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or visit the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full-course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
Well, the punting game for the Kings has been exciting tonight. Ricardo Estrada will try again. Juan Dominguez deep to receive. High snap. He brings it down, and he is hit, and there'll be a roughing the kicker penalty. He got leveled. He got up, started clapping, and said, hey, I'll take one for the team.
Yeah, best kick of the night, too, unfortunately, for the Kofa Kings, but they will retain possession here. Automatic first down, even though it was 4th and 20. That type of personal foul is an automatic first down, unless that's been another rule change. We'll find out.
The Spartan just leveled the kicker, and you can't do that. Spotted on the 40. It'll be 1st and 10. Kofa. Inside of 5 minutes to play.
Kofa now has actually gained more first downs than the Spartans. That's their 3rd first down here in the second half to the Spartans 2. There is enough time, 5 minutes with the clock running, for Kofa to put the ball in the end zone.
Jory Burns has bobbles the snap and falls on it, and he is immediately covered by Christian Morse. And, of course, in high school, you cannot go to your knee and get back up the way you can in the NFL.
Another poor snap. So after Kofa going 4 straight rushing attempts for positive yards, now they've had 3 straight with negative yards.
2nd and 16. Juan Carrasco wide on the right side. Burns dumps it off and goes incomplete. Good coverage over there. And on the coverage, Joel Sanchez. Joel Sanchez knocks the ball away. Good timing.
The ball and defensive player both arrived at the same time, so excellent play. I'm sure that he'll receive some accolades for that when the coaching staff reviews the film with the team tomorrow.
Sophomore Jace Ramirez goes in. 3rd and 16. 3.5 minutes to play. Burns with the snap. Burns on a quarterback draw will lose another yard. And on the tackle, Christian Morse. It'll be 4th and 17.
Kofa, after getting that penalty that gave him a first down, gone backwards. Looks like they're going to go ahead and punt the ball away now.
Estrada will do the punting. Dominguez is waiting for the punt.
Even though Estrada was knocked down last time, he's ready to go. Does not appear to be gun shy.
Gets it away and angles it out of bounds. It'll be a short kick. See where we're going to mark this. We're going to mark it on the 20-yard line.
And I'm sure Estrada was carrying out instructions from Coach Deal. Said, don't kick the ball deep. Don't give a chance for Dominguez back there to get in the open field and take off on us. We're tired. So Estrada, discretion, better part of valor, just kicked the ball straight out of bounds. Clock continues to run. Central may even just go in the victory formation right now as this snap is getting ready to happen. It's going to be about 2 minutes left. Hernandez is back, though, in the shotgun position.
He does hand off and met in the backfield and dropped for a loss of about 3 is Ricardo Carvajal.
And Kofa obviously has had a chance to figure out that Central's going to be running the ball with Carvajal. So Carvajal had no chance. There was Kofa Kings all standing in a line, a picket line. Just the only thing to be determined was which one to get the tackle.
Updating some other scores around the valley. Calexico 8, Instituto Salvatierra 7.
And I do believe we're going to get the victory formation here. As I believe, is De Niro Osuna come back to take the snap? I believe he has, right?
He has, because he's more comfortable taking the snap under center.
Anil Navas-Barca comes out there, too. And
they'll do it one more time. Calexico leads Mexicali's Instituto de Santa Tierra 8-7. Imperial 14. Holtville nothing. Vincent 34. Southwest San Diego 7. Our game here will end.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Central needs to take another snap. Since Navas-Barca came running on the field, they did call illegal participation on the last play and then move it back 5 yards. Whichever, this will be the final snap of the game, and there it is.
That's the end of the game. At the end of the game, our final score, Central 42, Kofa nothing.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The original Town Pump in Westmorland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the original Town Pump in Westmorland.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The original Town Pump in Westmorland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the original Town Pump in Westmorland.
Well, again, it was Central all night long, building a 42-0 lead at the half, and then playing the rest of the game without allowing a point by the Kofa Kings. The final score again, 42-0. The Central Spartans come out on top. Central scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the first quarter. Okay? 5 scores in the first quarter. Added another one in the second quarter, and then coasted with second and third team players throughout the rest of the game. So you got a lot of kids getting a lot of playing time that might not normally get some playing time, and you keep your starters. The kids are going to get you where you're going to go as the season goes on. You've kept them healthy. They, of course, did get some good times in the first half, but why chance it? Now, one thing is that their numbers are not going to be typically among the leaders in the San Diego section because they're not playing a whole lot. But that's okay. They're doing well and giving a lot of kids a lot of time to play. And a lot of the kids that are playing are the ones that have been out here for 3 or 4 years, practicing, going through the two-a-days in the summer, spending a lot of time in the weight room, and deservedly getting significant playing time. John's working on numbers. We'll have them coming up on high school football right here on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, the accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
What kind of numbers have we got, John?
Well, the numbers show exactly what the scoreboard shows. Central dominated once again with the running clock, beating Kofa 42-0. Kofa ran the ball in the entirety of the game 27 times from scrimmage for a negative 59 yards, factoring in the sacks, the bad snaps on punts, etc. Passing the football on the night for the Kofa Kings, their duo combination of quarterbacks ended up 7 for 15 for 53 yards. So that totals a negative 6 yards on the night for the Kofa Kings. 5 first downs. They did have one fumble in the first half that was recovered by Angel Navas Barca. And also, Andrew Lugo had a recovery of a blocked punt. That was the only turnover of the game for the Kofa Kings. On the other side of the football, Central ran it 28 times from scrimmage for 115 yards. 4 for 5 was the quarterback duo of, or triple really, of Hayden Hernandez, Eric Garcia, and Danilo Osuna. Osuna was 3 for 3. Overall, the Spartans ended up 4 for 5 for 55 yards, giving them 170 total yards, 9 first downs. Central did commit their first turnover on the year with a fumble in the third quarter. Individually, running the football those 28 times is a whole host of Central Spartans. We'll start with Carlos Gomez, 6 carries for 25 yards. Eric Garcia, 1 carry, 8 yards. Skylar Cook, 1 carry, 7 yards. Danilo Osuna, 2 carries, 2 scrambles, 2 touchdowns of 24 yards total. Also getting a carry in the first half was Fernando Morales, a 24-yard touchdown run as well. Jonathan Medina had 1 carry in the first half for 2 yards and a touchdown. The workhorse in the second half for the Central Spartans, Ricardo Carvajal, 9 carries, 14 total yards. Angel Navas Barca, 2 carries for 5 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we also on the first half had Isaiah Perez carry the ball 1 time for 2 yards. Then rounding out the attempt in the second half, Joel Sanchez, 1 carry for no gain. Also, Hayden Hernandez, 2 carries for no gain. And Jonathan Cruz had 1 carry for 4 yards. The 4 receptions were spread out among 4 different receivers in the first half. For the Central Spartans, Michael Sullivan had an 8-yard catch. Also in the first half, Fernando Morales had a 24-yard catch for a touchdown. Jonathan Dina had 1 catch for 23 yards. And in the second half, Kevin Reyes had a completion tackled at the line of scrimmage for no yards gained. So although the stats don't have a tremendous amount of leverage there, you mentioned, Carol, that none of these Central Spartans will be among the leaders. That's because they just didn't have to travel very far to get in the end zone, didn't have very long play drives. But that's not what's important. Important is the Spartans have started this campaign, 2019, with 2 home victories. And to say they go on the road next week would be a shortcoming. They'll travel all the way to El Paso, Texas, to play Del Valle of El Paso, Texas, in a makeup game after Coachella Valley backed out of their scheduled game for next week.
Okay. Next week, John and I will be at Southwest. No, we're not going to El Paso. It'll be Southwest and Cibola from Yuma, and we'll be on the air at 6:45 next Friday night on KXORadio.com and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com and KXO AM 1230 El Centro. Calexico leading Instituto Salvatierra 14-7 in the fourth. Vincent with a 40-7 lead over Southwest San Diego. And the last we had, Imperial 21, Holtville nothing. Last night, Palo Verde beat up on Calapat. That game last week. No, Brawley not playing this evening. They have to bye, as did Southwest El Centro. Want to thank Pablo for being with us. third-generation broadcaster, right? Fourth generation, because I know great-grandpa, and known Pablo's great-grandpa, Pablo Brizuela, for many years, and he's along to help us. And Eric, whatever your last name is, thank you for the help. Kurt Hoffman with technical assistance, and our producer engineer in the studios, Gabe Lemus. I'm Carol Buckley for John Triffle. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.
The best oldies on the radio.